thought we'd do a quick live stream tonight, just kind of hang out, talk a little bit. I posted up earlier, like, what are you guys looking at tonight? Like, what's in your driveway, in your garage, in your shop, or whatever. And I don't know. I figured we'd just do a quick live stream. We talk a little bit. Let me get this thing pulled up over here. It's bad when you can't even find your own stuff. I hope everybody's doing good. We've been working on Pop's truck. Give out, y'all. Tonight, I think we're just going to chill out. And tomorrow, don't plan on doing a whole lot. We'll take a day off. Let's see. Let's see. Got small block 497 in the house. What's up? What's going on, y'all? Just chilling tonight. Like I said, I figured we'd just do a quick live stream. Talk to you guys. See what's going on. What's good, Ground Zero? Junebug, what's up? Fat Boy Fox, man, I hadn't heard from you in a while. How's everything going, man? I hope good. Are you going to make it to a Ford takeover this year? Hanlon Motorsports in the house. In the house. Venom Motorsports in the house. One leg down. That's my buddy House. What's happening? House is working on his Falcon, actually, at the moment. That thing's looking pretty good, man. Proud of you, House. You're doing good. Doing good. You know, when it comes to these projects, sometimes it's tough. But you got to stick it out. He's doing little things right now to the car. Just, whatever he can do right now. And just to keep his interest up, and it's awesome. It's working out. He's staying interested in the car, and sometimes that's all that matters, right? So if you guys got any projects going on, and let's just say you don't have the time or the money or whatever the case may be, what I want you to do is just get out there and do something to it, okay? Take some 4/0 steel wool and clean the windows or clean the trim or something. Just do anything. It helps out for sure. It helps with motivation. So, let me see, pop out chat. So, who all got the chance to hear Pop's truck today? Did anybody hear that on Facebook? Or I don't know if I posted it on Instagram or not. Man, Pop's truck is sounding good, y'all. I'm really excited about that. We got the Jegs FE headers on the thing, and it's working out great. I absolutely love it. Pretty good headers, and I recommend it. If any of you guys got an FE in your F100, man, those Jegs headers worked out perfect. I will tell you it's extremely tight, but it has to be tight. They worked out really, really good. The only thing I had to do was bend the the lever for the automatic transmission. I had to bend it a little bit out of the way because the exhaust pipe, normally it's not dual exhaust, but man, it works out great. Jesse Workman, Pop's truck is looking good. I appreciate it. Yeah, dude, PJM, man, it sounds so good with the Flowmasters. It really does. Hanlon Motorsports, Andrew says, dude, I love Pop's truck. Yeah, so Specs TV, here's your shout out, brother. Pop's truck surprised me today with that. It sounds like a Mustang. It's cool. I did, after that video, I put turn downs on it. I don't know if I like it better or not with the turn downs, but they're 3-inch turn downs. Either way, though, it is what it is. That's what we got. So, sounds pretty good. I like it. Truck's running really good. The lowering beams will be here Monday. So, my off days, it'll probably be next weekend before I'm able to, or Thursday night, Friday, Saturday maybe, before I can get to putting the lowering beams on. But after that, it's wheels and tires, y'all. And then we're going to do interior on Pop's truck. Here's one thing that I ask. The truck, it doesn't get a lot of views, and that's fine. It is what it is. But I know a lot of you guys really like the truck content. If you will, just try to, comment on it when you see a YouTube video. It helps out because, man, those videos bomb. One of the other things I wanted to talk about in this video is kind of how, like, YouTube works for me. I've mentioned it before, but I'm sure you guys are kind of curious. Like, where does the money go? I'm not going to get into like how much money, but like where does the money go and how does all this stuff work with the channel? So actually very simple. All the money that's generated from the channel, from just the YouTube side of things. So the ads, those aggravating ads that you got to watch. Yeah, that's what pays the bills. That's what keeps these cars and trucks and things like that coming. So that's pretty much how YouTube works for me. The gear side of things, like when I sell shirts and hoodies and things, that goes back into a separate account, which allows us to try different things, like maybe tumblers, keychains, more hoodies, more shirts, more designs. That's kind of what that funds. So, look, guys, I know gear's expensive, but if you want to support the channel, that's a really good way. Or you can become a member as well. The membership is pretty good. Like you get videos a day to 2 days ahead of time before everybody else. But if you really want, to support the channel and you don't want to spend that kind of money, grab yourself some merch. It helps out. But that's pretty much how the channel works. Like none of the money that we make from YouTube goes back into my house. So it's a direct reflection of what we can do on the channel with how much that we make on here. So that's kind of how that works. If you guys got any questions about YouTube and how it works, just ask me. I'll be honest about it. New design looks nice. I appreciate it. Yeah, the new designs are pretty damn cool. The LS shirts. So I did post those up. It kind of sucks, you post up stuff on social media and you ask people, hey, would you be interested in it? And everybody's like, yeah, I love it. And then you don't, you go through the hassle of making it and it doesn't really do anything. So if you guys are interested, we do have actually a bunch of new shirts up over on Etsy. Now, let me explain Etsy. So since we're talking about YouTube. So Etsy, we use that because everybody knows 417 Fox, right? So Michael helps us out on the channel. He does all of our shirts. So I come up with the designs. He gets the prints and everything else. So when the orders come through on Etsy, he just goes ahead and fulfills the order and all that stuff for us. So he handles shipping and everything else. So if you guys wonder, damn man, the prices are kind of high. That's why, because there's a bunch of people that's got to get paid off of this. Your boy don't make but a couple of bucks off of each shirt. So there again, just how all this stuff works. But shout out to 417 Fox. Is YouTube for people? I mean, yeah, sure. Trenton, how many flowers did you get before it started? Oh, okay. How many followers did you get? So Venom, it took back then it was 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours before you started making money. So with YouTube, you have to go in and fill out basically all of your paperwork, if you will. Give them all your information and things like that. And it's pretty easy, honestly. Once you get it all done, you'll start getting a direct deposit in your account. Mine comes in on the 21st of every month is when mine comes in. And it's pretty simple, to be honest with you. Too broke for merchandise. Hey, man, no problem, Shay. Look, I'm not beating anybody down for it. But it does help the channel. There's a lot of other channels out there that really, really push merch. And, I don't necessarily want to be that way. But it does help for sure. What it does is it frees up Miss Brutal to be able to try different things and buy some different stuff. Merch is not our strong suit. We don't really do it. So when I do ask, it's just because we've honestly not done anything. We've not sold anything. We've not had a bunch of new stuff. So if I come out with a couple of new shirts or designs or things like that, I'll usually post it up on Facebook. But so here's the deal. I know you guys want to help the channel so that you can see things being purchased, new products, cars being built. Like I said, the gear side really doesn't do that, but the gear side does help my wife come up with new ideas, order more stuff, and things like that. That's kind of how that works out for us. I bought a Fox. So Todd says that I bought a Fox, and No, okay. So he bought a Fox. He knows nothing, but but it has unbelievable power. Is there any way to get a ballpark figure on horsepower scanner or something? Not really, Todd. Um, you can tell us what it's got in the comment section right here. You can post it up. We can kind of give you a ballpark. Um, I'll tell you, most run of the mill builds on Fox bodies are going to be anywhere from about 275 to about 385 horsepower, unless it's got some really serious heads, serious cam, and things like that. So I guess we got some spammers in here tonight. So looks like Miss Brutal's taking care of it. Hand me a wrench to smack the trolls, yeah. Jesse Workman, thank you so much for the $10. Keep up the great content, sir. I appreciate it. We will do. Are you wearing those bell-bottom jeans and boots? I think that's probably just more spam. I was wearing my Brutal shirt today. Thank you. I appreciate it, Sports Freak. I bought merch in the past, but the last one I got was soft cotton material, and it makes me feel like a stuffed cabbage. I need boxier, thick shirts. Okay, well, that's cool, Joseph. I actually prefer the new Flex Fit, Soft Touch, whatever the hell you want to call it. Everybody's got a different name. Every brand. I actually really like that, but I get what you're saying in it. The Gildan 50/50 is a really good shirt, but they all fit different for sure. I can't tell what we're getting hit with so much spam tonight. I don't know what's what. Hanlon Motorsports says these trolls are just Berger behind the bushes. Yeah, probably so. Berger's at work tonight. What's the best cam for a 331 stroker? There is no best cam. It all depends on drivability and what you expect. So you have to understand with a camshaft, you can buy one for sound. And if you're going to buy a cam for sound, I just recommend a B cam. If you want to buy something that works for your combination, obviously, we need to know the numbers on the heads, or at least what kind of heads they are. Do they even flow past 600 or 650? And you want to try to match a cam up close to your heads. If I just had to throw something out there for you, just to say, for 331, I assume it's going to have fly cut pistons. I would say an N61, N91 is a really good cam that's still pretty streetable, but you're going to need a little bit of gear to go with it. Outside of that, man, the best thing to do is call somebody up. Call up Anderson Ford Motorsport, talk to Donnie B, and he can help you out there as well. Shay says it's probably Berger and Andrew, yeah. Adding a Vortex V3 SI shouldn't make your car run around 200 degrees, should it? No, it shouldn't, Michael, but adding a supercharger can. If you've got any deficiencies in your cooling system, if you add a supercharger, it will heat it up for sure. But no, I'm going to be honest with you, it shouldn't run around 200, but around 180 or so, sure. Yeah, that's fine. So here's what I'll tell you, Michael. What you need to do is check and make sure if you still have your condenser, which goes in front of the radiator, if you still have that, you want to make sure that thing's nice and clean, okay? Make sure your condenser is clean, or if you don't have AC on the car at all, go ahead and just completely remove the condenser. Also, there's a little plastic deflector that goes underneath the radiator on the core support. If that black deflector is not there, make sure you install that as well. Also, obviously, check your thermostat. I like to run a 160 in mine, but you can run whatever you want. One leg down. Well, I appreciate that. House said to hell with scammers. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Church tonight, or we're chilling? No, Dustin, we're just chilling tonight. I'm not going to get into church. I do love doing church. I mean, we can do a little bit maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. What about the F-Cam? F-Cam is a great cam, W. Robinson. I love that cam. It sounds really good. Here's what I'll tell you. With pretty much all the Alphabet cams except for the X-Cam and the infamous G-Cam, which I've never heard, but I heard that it did exist, actually. But outside of those, here's the deal. F-Cam is a really good cam, especially a blower cam, but it's also a good NA cam. if you want these things to hit really good, you need some free-flowing exhaust, and you want to make sure you do a good base idle reset on the car. Get the timing correct on it, somewhere around 12 to 14 degrees, something like that. And man, that F cam will talk some shit, especially with a wide open exhaust. These smaller cams don't like a restricted exhaust; they just don't hit good. I don't know if that matters to you or not, but okay. So Bunk says 306 B cam AFR 185 head stock intake 1.6 roller rockers horsepower. You're probably going to be somewhere around 3. You're going to be in the threes. 320? You guys help me out. 306 B cam AFR 185 head stock intake and 1.6 roller rockers. Should probably be around 320, 340. The stock intake's hurting you a lot. The B cam's fine. It's not helping you a whole lot, but it's definitely not hurting you for sure. B cam's a fine cam. Fast, what's up, man? Let's see. What about the F cams? I already read that. I have an N41 with AFR Enforcer heads, Holley Systemax intake, small bore, and some Speed Pro pistons. Nothing too fancy. You're running Terminator X. That's awesome, man. That's a really solid setup right there. I got a 4-banger 93 V8 swap coming soon. That's awesome. Fox Body Petro head. What are your thoughts on Berger's finished build race against Andrew's BMW? It shouldn't be a race. Once Berger's car is done from a dig at the track, it shouldn't be a race. Andrew's car is going to be nasty. In the road, it's going to be pretty hard to beat. I'm not going to lie to you. But I will say at the track, Berger's car absolutely should have the upper hand. I mean, this car will be capable of 1,500 horsepower if we choose to turn it up and stretch it out. I don't know that we will. Probably more along the lines of 800 to 1,000 on most days. So John Doe says truck is looking looking good. Shout out to the kids. Yeah, I appreciate that. So the kids killed it, man. They got out there and worked hard on this truck, and I was proud of them because it was really dirty, it was rusty, it was nasty, and they knocked it out of the park. Jesse Workman, thank you so much for the $5. He says, I have an F-cam to swap in with a set of ported heads as well as a Typhoon intake and a 70mm throttle body. Do you think I should go bigger, boost later? Let's read that again and dissect this, guys. Jesse Workman says that he has an F-cam to swap in with a set of ported heads as well as a Typhoon intake, 70mm. So if you guys don't know, the Typhoon intake is like an Edelbrock. I can't remember. One of the Edelbrocks. Pretty good intake. 70mm throttle body, ported heads, F-cam. Jesse, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. That's a sweet setup. That's a good setup. That setup reminds me of Jason Strouder's setup way back in the day with what were they called? Thumper Performance stock heads. Do you guys remember those? That company that would take stock heads and port them out, E7T heads. Anyway, that reminds me a lot of his build, and that was a very strong build. So, man, no, I think you should leave it like it is and absolutely put some boost on it later. But, yeah, for right now, I think you're good. My dude called me with a 93 Cobra was running. He found the right. Okay, I guess that was a different conversation. I'm not understanding that. Is an 06 Mustang GT worth building? No, Kyle. I'm going to be honest with you. An 06 Mustang GT with a 4.6 3-valve is not worth building. You could put some boost on it if you want to do that. Do not crack that engine open and try to do heads. Just put boost on it, man, and you'll be surprised. Those 3 valves are pretty nasty with boost, but other than that, don't crack it open. Don't do that, in my opinion. I'm going to go back and try to read a couple of other ones. Just got the 3-inch stainless pipe in today to run the exhaust. Got to find some fenders for the 91 through 93. Got to go for the night, Shay. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Is the base auto reset all you really need tuning-wise for a mild cam if you're still EFI? Absolutely, small block Ford 97. So SBF 97, yes. That's all you need, man. Trust me, we've been doing it for years and years. You can put an F cam, some heads. You can do all that. You can manage it with a base idle reset. Absolutely, you can. Is Terminator good for stock car? I'm having wiring issues. Yeah, Daryl, it's good. It's overkill, but yeah, it's good. If you're having a stock wiring harness issue, yeah, I would put a Terminator X in it for sure. That solves all your wiring problems. So, Ponyboy Wills, 351 Windsor, 40 over, 10.5 to 1 compression, TFS stage 2 cam, 210cc aluminum heads, single plane intake, Holly Sniper horsepower idea. Let's see, 351, 40 over, 10.5 to 1 compression, stage 2 cam, 210. Ooh, this thing could be pretty rowdy, man. Probably around 450, if I had to guess. Somewhere in that area. It depends. I don't know what heads you got, but 210s should flow. They should flow at least 300 or so. If that's the case, then yeah, somewhere in there. All right, let's jump down here and try to read some of this stuff. So Hanlon Motorsports is once again spamming my comment section with a yoke swap. We're not yoke swapping, nor should anybody else yoke swap anything, ever. They're junk. They don't make any power. They sound like a bag of assholes. So nobody should ever Coyote swap anything. Anyway, moving on to the next comment. I can't keep a straight face. I got to give him some crap. Actually, we had considered Coyote swapping the F100, but man, that FE, I love it. I think we're gonna, if we do anything to the truck, we'll probably pull it out, build it 447 FE. High compression, or high, I'd say 10.5, 11 to 1 compression. Convert it to a hydraulic roller and the Pro Max FE heads, which flow like 340. That bitch will make some power, make some serious power. So, I don't know. So, yeah. Andrew's oh, yeah. So, I mean, but it's getting to the point now where the Coyote swap stuff is on the same level as the LS swap shit, I swear, nowadays. You want to read some comments?
Sure.
All right, we got Aubrey in the house. She just got home from work. I think we're going to take it, we're going to kick it old school. She's going to read me a couple of comments that she thinks is good. So, we'll do that. Did someone say Yodi? What?
So it depends on if I was called.
Yeah. Best place to buy aftermarket fenders. Steven collects, you're not going to like what I say, but the Wang Twangs or whatever the hell they are that I got, I think I bought mine from Wiznap Mustangs from Roger, but I've had good luck with just the old Chinese fenders. I'm not going to lie to you. They work pretty good. All right, let's see what we got. Any plans to take the Poop Coupe to the track soon? Dirt track. Man, I'm sorry. I dropped the ball on that. We were going to take that car to the track. But we started on the Calypso. We got that done. We put the 393 in it. And now we're over here on Pop's truck. And Pop's truck has got me wrapped up, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it at the moment. So, yeah. This year, of course. The car will go to the track this year. I promise you. I just don't know when. So, I've got a 302 X-Cam SVO ported. Hold on. Let's move. Ported GT40 intake, 70mm throttle body, 150 shot, 1060 at 129. Drive it every day. That's awesome, man. That's moving. X-Cam is a really good cam. For you guys that don't know, it's basically an F-Cam with 1.7 roller rockers and maybe a little more duration. It's nasty. It's a good cam. Most washing machines are made from the same junkyard. See, I went to Lowe's today. Let's see. Do you fix the old polyurethane bumpers? Yeah, I actually do that. I fixed several of them, Daryl, to be honest with you. What you got?
This one says, any insight on Summit's Racing Alphabet Plus cams?
So the Alphabet Plus cam, they're not an Alphabet cam by any stretch of the imagination. They're pretty rowdy from what I get. They're good cams. Here's the thing. don't get caught up so much on camshafts, like which one's better, they all make power. You need lift to make power, duration, ramp speed, LSA, things like that. LSA really is more, you need to know that if you're boosted, nitrous, or you're trying to keep vacuum in the car. That's really all LSA really is going to matter to you guys. You need to get the lift and the duration up to allow your heads to flow and your combination to flow. The reason why I'm saying that is we get so caught up on this cam is better than that cam. At this point, after all of these years of cam manufacturers making every cam out there under the sun, they're all pretty good. Will one make more power than the other? Yeah, sure. I don't know which one's right. And you can watch all the Richard Holdner's videos that you want. It's going to be almost impossible to find your exact combination with your compression, your thickness head gasket, your quench, your everything, your rear gear, your transmission, and say, okay, this cam's going to be better suited for me. What I'm trying to say is find you a cam that's from a reputable company. Find something that's going to flow, have the lift around where your heads are going to flow. And buy it. Let me just get it. Just get it, guys. I'll tell you some of the best cams that I've run across so far that have really impressed me is the B cam. That's an impressive cam for what it is. That Retro Fox runs phenomenal. I don't know that another cam is going to make a whole lot more power, seat of the pants that I can feel. But the N41 is a good cam. The B21 is a really good cam for a stock car, and you just want a cam. It's a really good one. The N91 is a nasty little bastard. That N91 Anderson cam is nasty. That freaking 65 fastback shouldn't run the way it runs. I contribute that to the heads in the cam. Just don't get so caught up in stuff. I mean, you can if you're all about every single horsepower. Sure, one's better than the other. I can't tell you though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, man. So, like Jesse says, it's not just sound. Most of you guys, though, can we stop for a second and all realize and recognize that? And Jesse, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying, can we recognize that most guys typically want a cam for the sound? And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why people shy away from that. Oh, I don't want a cam for the sound. And who cares? You care. I care. Of course we care. Of course. Because if you didn't give a shit, you just put a supercharger or something else on it, right? And leave a stock cam. Of course you care. Cams, the way a cam sounds really matters. Now, here's the thing. A B303 camshaft can hit really hard. A B21 from Anderson can hit really hard. If your timing's correct and you have an open exhaust, this thing will talk shit. They'll also run good, okay? But I get what you're saying. It's not all about sound for sure, but for some people it is. In other words, if you got a bone stock Mustang, right? Bone stock, and you just want this thing to sound good, put a B cam in it, whether it's a B303 or a B21 or N21. XE274HR, Lewis commented, is a really good cam. That's Richard Holdner's favorite cam, and I hate to continue to reference somebody else, but I do watch a lot of his videos, and that's a very popular cam. That's what was in the green car back here in the Calypso, right here. And it's actually up there on the shelf right now, but it's a really good cam. What's up?
Are you getting another Mustang project going soon, or any plans coming up?
No Mustang, well, possibly a Mustang project coming up soon. Maybe we take Papa T's 73 Mach 1 and bring it over here, rebuild it, and start on the body work. Put a cam, want to put a bigger cam in it, freshen it up, higher compression, some new headers and things like that. And then help Papa T get that car back on the road, kind of like we did with the 65. So that might be coming up at some point. E303 is a really good cam as well. I like it. Those cams pull really good on out there in the mid-range. I like an E303. We always skip over an E. Guys, if you're looking for a B cam and somebody's got an E cam and you're like, oh, I got to have a B, get the E. I mean, the E is fine. It sounds great. It runs great. So, you got anything?
This one says, by adding a cam, do you lose power on a stock engine just because wanting cam noise?
Okay, good point. So buying a camshaft, will that cause you to lose power just for wanting the noise on a stock engine? I thought so. And I would have told you yes until we put the Anderson B21 camshaft in Andrew's car. That car ran better. It was quicker, it revved higher. Now we did change the valve springs as well. We put the high rev valve springs. I think they were high rev. I don't know, whatever Donnie B told us to put in the car. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I made a video about it. You guys saw it. I was extremely impressed. That car was faster. That car was faster with a camshaft in it. Bone stock. What does bone stock mean? Stock intake, stock heads, stock rockers, stamped rockers. I think maybe it had headers on it. I don't know, shorty headers. Anyway, yeah. So most of the time, like if you put a B cam, like a B303, in a bone stock car, it's not going to be any faster. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Don't think it's going to be faster. But it'll sound really good. You got anything else?
I got two. One says X-pipe or H-pipe?
X-pipe or H-pipe, it really depends. Used to, back in the day, I really liked an X-pipe. I'm kind of going back to liking an H-pipe. They just have a more throaty, droney sound. We have an X-pipe. An X-pipe will tone your exhaust down, and how can I say this? It won't be as deep. It'll have more of an exotic, higher pitch tone to it, where an H-pipe tends to keep it a little more lower tone. It'll resonate a little bit more, which you may want. We got an X-pipe on the Calypso, and I thought the car would be a lot louder than it is, to be honest with you. It's real raspy, but it's not as loud. It's not as deep. Lewis says, hit that like button, guys. Absolutely. Thank you so much. That Mach 1 used to move. Raymond, do you know, I guess you know us, Raymond? If you know about the Mach 1? Yes, the Mach 1 did, actually. The Mach 1 did used to move. It was a pretty damn good running car, man, back in the day. All right, so Frank James says, valve train geometry is important too. Push rod length, very important. It is. That stuff is very important, and you guys need to take note of that. Now, perfect, it doesn't have to be perfect. But, like he says, good valve train geometry is very important. You want to make sure you have the right. So here's the thing. Twisted wedge heads benefit from a rocker arm that's made for them. Okay? I don't know all the ins and outs, but it's true. If you have twisted wedge heads and you got a set of rockers from your buddy that come off of an inline head, like, I don't know, maybe an AFR or something, you might benefit from going to an actual rocker that's made for twisted wedge. So, just think about that. Why are you not at pits? Guys, I work a full-time job. I get this all the time. I work a full-time job. I've been at my job for almost 25 years, for 24 years. I am not a full-time YouTuber. I don't make millions. I'm not ranting here, but I've seen this so much that I just feel like it's time we address it. I'm just a normal dude like you guys. I just come out of the house from cooking supper for the family, tried to wash up and clean up a little bit. I got one more day off tomorrow, and I'm back to the grind, 13-hour shifts. Guys, I mean, I'm not there because I work, because I'm just like you. I have a job. Whew, we could get into some church tonight. We could get into a little bit.
This one says, what kind of timing for a 331 GT40 heads and intake in a 94 GT?
94 GT, heads, intake, and want to know what type of timing. I recommend about 14 degrees of timing is where I would probably start and go from there. 12 to 14. Some cars don't like it. And that's base, of course, base timing. What else you got?
Let's see. Oh. Mm,
Oh my God! Look at Hanlon. All right, fellas, it's been fun. I got to run. All this slow, small block forward talk is making me sleepy. That's all right, Hanlon. That's all right. That's all right, Andrew. Pop's car is gonna skin your ass up with that little small block forward. Pop's car gonna get that ass. That's a bad dude. If it ever gets done. I didn't say nothing. The Mach 1 used to do bad. I was telling, who was I telling about that? Oh, Berger. I don't know if Berger's watching or not, but yeah, house. We did donuts back there behind the high school parking lot that night. Remember that? Man, that big block in the front end of that damn Mach 1 just makes it pivot. It's badass.
what lifters do you prefer? I don't know if you already answered that.
What lifters do I prefer? Gatorman, or either if you're not running anything crazy and you've got just kind of a mild build, you're not wanting to like turn up any crazy RPM, I would just run to Advanced AutoZone, O'Reilly, something like that, and just get their lifters they have. They're fine. Or if you want something that's gonna turn some RPM, Gatorman are good. Howard's. Any of them, pretty much. I was looking to see if I had a box. I don't see one. So, is that Chris Hardy? That's Chris H. I mean, yeah. If so, then absolutely I know who you are. Blakely. All right. What else we got over there?
This one says, what heads cams intake combo would you recommend for an 86 GT with the flat top pistons?
With the flat top piston, 86. So that I'm not sure if that's fly cut pistons or not, because you're balancing there, but it should be fly cut pistons. So what were they asking exactly? What was the question?
Which heads cam or intake combo would you recommend?
Heads cam intake, I would go 170cc LMR and a B303 or an Anderson N1. Anderson. What's the damn cam? Y'all help me out. What's my cam? My small Anderson cam. No, not the N412 would work too. N412. Why am I having a brain fart here on the camshaft? Frank James, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Not the B21. we're missing it. The N41 cam. So N41 would be good for that. Thank you. There you go, Mad Max. All right, what else we got? We got anything else?
Have you ever heard of wiring up the TFI module without a computer? Is that considered locked out distributor?
Let me find that comment. There it is. Have you, so K&K's Garage says, have you ever heard of wiring up the TFI module without a computer? Man, I've never heard of that. Is that a thing? You guys help us out in the comment section. I don't even know how the hell you would do that, but never heard of it being run without a computer. I just want a brutal cap. What's my favorite coil? It would be the Demon, Screaming Demon. I like that. Or some of the old MSD coils are really good too. Can a 347 stroker make power? Absolutely it can, W. Robinson. Here's one thing I've learned. Cubic inch is cubic inch is cubic inch. It makes power. You can put a 305 against a 302, and they're going to make about the same power if they got around the same head, cam, and all that. So you can take a 350 versus a 351. You get same flow numbers on heads and same type specs on cam and intake. They're going to make the same power. My point is a 347 will make power. It's a 347 cubic inch engine. Basically a 351. It'll make power. Absolutely. It'll make 600 if you want to make 600 naturally aspirated. Hello from Cincinnati, Ohio. What's going on, Tommy V? Have you ever bought and installed the version 2 of the Fox Locks keyless entry? No. I've actually not done the version 2, but the version 1 worked great. 351 ported, 69 Windsor heads, Asus B41 HR Vortex. Wow, that sounds like a really good combo, man. 69 Windsor heads are pretty damn good. Are those DOOE heads? Is that what those are? So Jesse Workman, thank you so much. Any recommendations for torque box reinforcement other than BMR? I ordered a kit, but now it's been delayed until May. I need something sooner. Man, I don't know. I used the BMR because I didn't like the shit that comes up through the body of the car, all that stuff with the straps. Guys, help him out. Help Jesse out here. If there's anything else besides the BMR kit that you guys have used that you like, help him out. You got anything?
This one says, are Trick Flow roller lifters any good?
Are Trick Flow roller lifters any good? Yes, they are. I actually have them in one of these cars. Yeah, their lifters are good. What will be that combo to make 600? Okay, so if you want to make 600, here's where we got to be. We got to be somewhere in the 300 CFM range on your heads, okay? Your heads need to flow that. So I'm going to recommend the Twisted Wedge 11R head, the 205cc. Perfect, great head. You can run something else. It just needs to be somewhere around 295 to 300 flow, right? CFM. You're going to need a cam that can utilize that airflow. So something like a custom ground cam would obviously be best. If not, the Anderson N91 is a cam that can get you there. That's going to be right there around 600 lift. You're going to need about 10 to 1 compression to 10.5 to 1 compression. You're going to need a good intake like a Victor Jr. or Super Victor Jr. You're going to need the intake or the carburetor. And guys, that's it. You can absolutely do it. Probably you're going to need to be closer 10.5 to 11 to 1 to pull it off. But absolutely, you can do that. With the 347, 351, doesn't matter. You can make it. Guys, the key to NA power is head flow. And then a cam to match that head flow. And then the compression to make the power. I promise you can make huge power if you get the compression up. Stop being scared of compression and quench. You have to get it up there. Once you do that, you got a car that now has a little more torque, that's easier to drive, and is more efficient. You got to get that. You got to get it up there. I mean, hell, just run 93 in it. You know, you can take 11 to 1 compression and run 93 in it all day long. Can it be EFI? Absolutely, it can be EFI. It's going to be a little harder. But yeah, you can do it with EFI, 100%. But you're going to need a really good intake. You're going to need something like a Systemax intake, possibly ported. Y'all help me out on EFI intakes to make 600 NA. What's up? You got something?
What do you recommend for Burt Springs?
What do I recommend for what?
Burt Springs. That's what it says. Burt Springs.
Burt Springs?
Yeah.
Let me find that comment. What do you recommend for Vert Springs? Okay. Waffle Gang. Cut. I just cut them. That's honestly the best thing to do. Just cut the springs. Yes, Dirt Track. Tell them compression is king. Compression and lift, duration, these things like that are king. They will make power. You want to know why your 347 or your 306 doesn't make the power that this guy over here does? It's because of compression, head flow, cam. Obviously, what happens when you start doing that is you start getting into race car territory where these things aren't that fun to drive anymore. I get it. I understand it. But look, that 347 and the 65 completely just changed my mindset on what these cars are capable of. It's got 14 gears, Anderson N91 camshaft, 11R heads, 9.8 to 1 compression. The Anderson N91 is about 575 lift. It's amazing. Amazing how good that little engine runs. It blew my mind. I never thought it. Okay? So, yeah, you add 11 to 1 compression, and this thing's really going to fly. What's up? Got something?
But over 500, will the block crack?
No. W. Robinson. It won't. So, guys, help me out here because I don't want to be the only one preaching this. Good harmonics help with these blocks cracking, okay? I mean, obviously it's a lot of stress when you get up into the 500-600 range, but what I want you to have is really good harmonics. Buy a good balancer. Make sure that your valve train geometry is correct. In other words, I mean down to right push rod length. I want everything to be right on this thing. Deburr, chamfer if you can, your block if you have it out. Like, just really take some time on it. No. 500 is not the breaking point on these blocks. It's just not. You're getting there. You're getting close to that territory where anything could happen, but no, it's not 500. We got Donnie B in the house. Box R. There we go. So the Box R intake would be your choice for EFI if you wanted to try to make that 600. What else we got over there?
This one says, I have a B-cam with GT40 heads, spring matched to the heads with 1.7 rockers. Worth it or run another cam?
No, B-cam's fine for that. So that would be Dustin. Yeah, Dustin, run the B-cam. If you're trying to squeeze every little bit out, then sure, you can do something different. But call up Donnie B. If you really want a different cam, call up Donnie B. That's spam.
Okay.
Yeah, they're spamming the hell out of us right now. What about an AOD transmission, W. Robinson? I love an AOD, but I will tell you, you will never see 600 out of that setup we were talking about with an AOD robbing that power. Now, when I say 600 horsepower, though, we're talking probably 600 at the crank, all right? 600 to the wheels, not going to happen with that 347 or 331 or whatever the case may be. That's just not going to happen. But you could absolutely get up there close to the 600 horsepower range in a. I don't know if that's what you're asking, but outside of that, yes, I absolutely love an AOD transmission because they're a mechanical, manual transmission. You don't have to have all the electronics and all that shit. And you can always do the AOD 470W hybrid type stuff, and it works really good. So, Crystal Wright says, my name is Matt. I have a 90 LX that was a 4-banger auto. I bought it without a motor or trans with a 5.0 5-speed swap B2 hard. Crystal, I'm going to be honest with you, or Matt, yes, it's going to be hard. Here's why I say this. If you're having to ask that question, then I don't think you know what you're getting into. It's gonna be tough. Now, Matt, can you do it? Abso-freaking-lutely, you can do it, man. You can do this. But, buddy, there's a lot that goes into it, okay? Your rotors, your spindles, like, everything's different. Everything's different. K-member. But it can be done in the driveway. Just know it ain't easy. Guys, let's be honest with him. Let's be honest with Matt. If you got some tips or some tricks to help him out, man, well, a 5.0 5-speed B2 hard. And see, now you're bringing in the whole 5-speed thing, which all that under the dash. I want to be honest with you, man. If you're not if you've not done this before or you're not super passionate about it, man, it might be best to find another car. I hate telling somebody that, but it's tough. It's tough. Any experience with the GT40 X2 heads? No, I don't know, unless you're talking about the GT40 X heads, the aluminum heads, if that's what you're talking about. What were they also called? The Turbo Swirl or whatever. Those were really good heads. They're really good as far as a street car goes. You're not going to make 600-700 horsepower with them, but they are a really good street head for sure. Dirt Track says, how's your T5 holding up behind that big motor? Actually, it's holding up pretty good, man. I'm surprised. but I've only ever hit it in second and third. What you got?
This one says, what about the upgraded valve body for the AOD transmission?
Upgraded valve body is a must. I would definitely do that. Definitely. So, okay, so Crystal says, or what was, I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to remember the name. Matt, okay. It says that he's done an LS swap. Okay, if you've done an LS swap, then you're good. You're okay. You can handle it. I just have to, when people ask that, I think it gets thrown around so much these days that people think it's easy. I promise you, 4 to 8, or 4 to 8 swap. Damn, why I couldn't think that. A 4 to 8 swap there's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it, but it can be done in the driveway. It's just a lot of stuff, man. I didn't know until I did mine that every freaking thing was different. You got anything over there?
This one says, will a high volume oil pump be a problem in a stock oil pan?
Nah, high volume's fine if you want to run it. Some people say no, definitely not a high pressure. A high volume's not needed. I'm going to be honest with you, in a stock pan, or really in most cases. But if you want to run it, man, you can run it. I've had good luck with them. Either way, I'm not going to beat you up over it regardless. What else you got? Hit me with something.
Out of all your combos, which is the fastest seat of the pans, including the nitrous runs?
Including the nitrous runs, a 65. 65 is skinning everything up in this yard right now on nitrous. I mean, I guess you kind of say, of course, but the gray car, the Carbon Fox runs really good. It's boosted. AOD, it went 1 for 1 against the Retro Fox. The Retro Fox is really quick. The Calypso is quick, but it's just all motor right now, so it'll get skinned up by the 65 on nitrous. It wouldn't even be close. That 65 will run out of that bitch's life. Now, nitrous for nitrous, the Calypso. Calypso all day. Calypso is the fastest car right now that we have, but we've never sprayed it. But I can just tell you, it's going to be. Berger's car will be the fastest when it's all said and done, ultimately, and then the Calypso will be a close second. Let's see, tube front end, tubular K-member, tubular control arms, switching coilover springs, and went with a 12-inch 175. Was getting bind with the 14 165. Do you think the 12 175 springs will do the trick? Yeah, should. That should absolutely help you. When you have those longer springs like that, you absolutely can get into bind. So, yeah, I think you did right on that. One leg down. Got to run, brother. All right, House. Appreciate you, man. Anything else before we go? We're right at about an hour. Nothing at the moment? Look at you.
Nothing that I can see.
Have you seen these guys trying to put LS heads on small block Fords? Yeah, I've seen that, William. Man, they basically work. They're really, really close. Look, can we all just be honest for a second? I hate having to say this, but freaking LS got some badass heads, y'all. That's why the LS is so good. That's why it's so good. It's not the bottom end. It's not. I mean, they're good. They're good. But what makes the LS so popular is the freaking head options. Dude, their heads flow. We don't have anything. What have we got? We got GT40 heads. I mean, they're okay. They ain't no LS head. So, sucks, man. I wish we had a better head off the shelf that we could just drop on our stuff that would work. But nope, nothing's touching that LS stuff. What's next on Pop's truck? Keith and Nikki. So that's Keith C. Keith has an absolutely beautiful truck. At some point, Keith, we're going to get that thing on the channel. You guys got to see this. You're going to love it. So what's next with Pop's truck? So at the moment, we got that long tubes on it. You guys will see that in the next video. We got the mufflers on it. Oh, lowering kit. So the front lowering kit will be here Monday, and we'll go ahead and lower this thing, and then it'll be wheels and tires, and then interior. That's about it. It's gonna be a short build. Be a short build. Yeah, their heads are killer, man. I hate to. I don't want to beat them up, man. It is, real recognize real, right? I mean, LSs are not. They're not bad. They're badass. I'm sick of hearing it. Cody's, they're badass. I'm just sick of hearing about it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's just me being real. They're badass, man. Especially their heads. Got anything else?
What size injectors you suggest for a mild build?
For a mild build, 60s. I'd go ahead and put 60s in anything that I'm doing. If you're going to get your car tuned, I'd go ahead and put 60-pound injectors in the son of a bitch and let them tune it with 60s. And the reason why I say this is most of us guys are eventually, later on down the line, going to want to put boost on it, and you might as well you're going to have 60s, in my opinion, if you're going to have boost. You can get away with it with 36s and 40s, 42s, 60s. If you don't want to run 60s, mild build, shit, dude, 36s are fine. Hell, 19s are actually pretty good. Just being honest. But a mild build. Let me back up. Let's talk about this for a second. If you're going to do B cam, GT40 heads, upper and lower intake, bigger throttle body, dude, you'd be surprised. 19s are actually probably just fine. I know some of you will disagree, but 19s are actually just fine. You can always up the fuel pressure just a touch. 24s, I don't really like 24s. They're a very erratic, unstable injector in my opinion, but they work. 24s are not big enough at that point. Go 36 if that's the case, okay? But you'd be surprised at what 19s can do, and I've proven it on this channel, so y'all can argue about it all you want to. I will never hear what you say when it comes to that because I've proven it time and time again that 19s are actually really good for a heads cam setup. I just want to be frank about that. What else we got?
What AFR is optimal in your opinion on 100 shot of nitrous on current high 11s AFR?
Oh, AFR. High 11s, that's good. High 11s are fine. I would stay right in there. Mid to high 11s, you're cooking, man. You're doing good. I like that. I like those numbers. 11.6. 11.7, somewhere in there, you're still good. But I personally, I like to see 11.5 is where I'm at. But, man, anything between about 10.6 to 11.6, hell, you're good. I know that's rich, but I'd be comfortable with that. What's up? You got something else?
How much power is 30-pound injectors good for?
30-pound, it's hard to say, man. Because, see, a 30-pound injector will do a lot more on a one-to-one regulated, a boost reference regulator, because you're increasing fuel pressure. So actually, you can't really base it off that. Shit, man. I don't know. What do y'all think? What's the 30-pound injector good for? Probably 340, 350. Easily that. Probably 375. 400? I don't know. It's hard to say. Carb 302 and T5 into a 96. What budget fuel system would you recommend? If you answered, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. All right, Dustin. So Carb 302. So I would order the fuel system and the fuel line off of Amazon, that Evil Energy stuff. That's what I would order. I'm telling you right now, don't let nobody talk you out of it, okay? We've been running it forever. You asked me, order the Evil stuff. All right. As far as fuel pump situation, if you're coming from EFI and you still have like a 255 pump in the car, keep it and buy an Aeromotive regulator. I can't remember. It's like $275 or maybe $175. It's an Aeromotive regulator, which takes you from EFI down to carb spec. That's all you need. If you're looking for exact sizes, I would go -8 and -8 feed and -6 return, or -8 and -8. But buy all your stuff on Amazon. That evil stuff is fine. It works out great. Buy your fittings from there and everything else, okay? What else you got?
How's the built AOD and the Carbon Fox holding up?
Built AOD and the Carbon Fox is perfect, man. That thing is not skipped a beat. It works absolutely great, flawless. I just need to keep the damn computer from losing the tune every damn time I switch it off. That's why I haven't been driving it lately. I ain't even looked at it yet. I don't know what it is, but the battery's fine. Like the car battery's fine, but for some damn reason, every time I turn it off, the computer keeps losing the tune. And I've replaced the battery in the computer. Still, I don't know what's up. It's pissing me off. I know that though. Yeah, about 350. So everybody's saying anywhere from 325 to 375 is about what they're good for, okay?
Scared me.
All right, we're going to go for another minute or two. And we're going to wrap this up, okay? I just wanted to talk to you guys tonight. I wanted to really kind of get into the YouTube thing, answer some questions for you guys as far as like how it works and this and that, and maybe try to help some of you guys. But I think we'll save that for another video because this, obviously, I like to answer questions and I'm trying to help you guys out. So I'd rather do that if that's what you guys want to know about. So we'll do that another night. We'll talk about the YouTube stuff a little later. Mega Squirt, no. The Mega Squirt we have in the poop coop. Joseph, what did you say, Joseph? No, it's moats. It's a moats. I'm sorry if that's what you're asking. Favorite midnight snack? Oh man, that's a good one. It either be a bowl of cereal. Now, when I say midnight snack, I mean like waking up, right, walking into the kitchen. Would be a bowl of cereal, probably Fruity Pebbles, or a bowl of ice cream with a splash of milk, dry roasted peanuts, some kosher salt sprinkled on, and maybe a little bit of caramel on top, like just on top of it. But yeah, man, that's my midnight snack. Is that? That's my midnight snack. A little bit of so it'd be. Let me start it. Bluebell, vanilla ice cream, homemade vanilla. It'd be dry roasted peanuts, kosher salt, a little bit of milk just on top, and a little bit of caramel. And then I'll sit there and just tear that shit up. That's good. What?
Slap at you.
That shit's good.
It sounds good.
Midnight snack is diabetes. Absolutely. I mean, do you guys eat healthy? How many of you actually eat healthy? Because, good Lord, I see a lot of you guys talking about, can I have a soda today? Like, I really want a soda. Do you guys actually think that way? Because we just drink whatever the hell we want to around here. Soda all day, whatever. It is what it is. But, like, I mean, I'm not making fun of anybody. But like, seriously, though, how many of you guys actually really... I mean, I know a lot of you work out and you take care of yourselves, but, like, man, it just seems like every time I turn the TV on, somebody's, raving about, like, this new soda. Like, I really want a soda today, but who worries about that? Just get it.
I personally like this question.
All right.
Someone said, what is your favorite cologne right now?
Oh, bro, who asked that?
It was Lewis.
Lewis. Do I know you, Lewis? Do you know me? My favorite cologne right now. Well, let me just see. I got one in my pocket, actually.
Of course you do.
Got my vape. You guys better respect the fact that I don't do that on camera for you guys. I sit here and I have to just wait and wait and wait. That's something about it I don't like doing. Bam. Had one in my pocket. Guys, I carry cologne everywhere. You think I'm bullshitting. I'm a huge cologne freak. This is called Pharaoh Ramesses II. I think it's backwards on here, but anyway, Pharaoh. Ooh, I gotta get a spray right now. Ooh, Lord have mercy, that's good. That's probably one of my favorites right now. Pharaoh Ramesses II. It's not cheap. And as you can see, that's a sample. Oh my God, it's good. It's good. You want to see it. You better not spray it.
I want to smell it.
There. I'm telling you, I keep the shit in my pocket. I'm a huge cologne guy. I got probably working on 200 bottles now. That shit smells good, doesn't it? Everybody that I've let smell it so far absolutely loves it. Loves it. What's your favorite cologne? I want to hear some different stuff. I want to hear some niche type of colognes and things like that you guys try. I mean, you can tell me whatever, but I'm really kind of looking for some different stuff. Vapes. Don't start that bullshit. See, with my Subi. Everybody's asking where my Subaru's parked. Look, the whole vaping thing, I get it. I know how it looks. Let me tell you something. Your boy has been vaping since 2009 when the blue e-cigarettes and the Enjoy had just come out. You could only get it at truck stops. I bought one and immediately started dissecting how it was made, the juice and everything else. By 2010, I was already making my own e-cigarette juice, and I still have that exact tackle box that I was using from Flavors Apprentice and all that stuff. I still have that. I can show you all that stuff. I know that really doesn't matter. I don't even know where I'm headed with it, but I guess where I'm at, like, this isn't just something that I picked up. These guys lately have stolen this from us. This was for us years ago to quit smoking. Now it's just a cool thing, and it pisses me off that it's that way. But at least people aren't really going around blowing clouds anymore like they used to. That's loud. Somebody's at the gas station over there getting down.
That's the gas station? I thought
Oh,
that was
yeah.
over there.
Diesel, yeah, Dracar, really good.
Great cleaner.
British Sterling. Hey, man, British Sterling actually smells good. I like that. Polo Red, really good. Look, you done talked about Soupy. So the Mistral, is it Mistral? Yeah. Bourbon Vanilla. Bro, me too, Lewis. My wife bought me that. Miss Brutal bought me. That shit smells good. I really, really like that. It's definitely got a tobacco vibe to it. So, yeah, Lewis, I'm on board with that one 100%. Old School Polo? Yes. Brake Cleaner Cologne all day. Tommy V? Absolutely, bro. I'm with you there. What else you got?
I don't even know.
All
That was
right.
the one I was going to say, brake cleaner.
And
Okay, Mr. British Sterling wants a brew cap.
an e-cigarette went through my tire one night. Oh, that sucks. That's horrible. A little used gear oil behind the ear. You can have that gear oil, bro. I don't want no part of that shit. Do you smoke cigarettes? No, I used to. I used to smoke for years and years and years. And finally, I got away from it. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. It was really the disposable, that really got me off of it. For years and years, I've got tons of mods. The blow big clouds, all those mods, all throughout the years. I'm a car guy. We dive deep into everything and anything, and I was deep into the e-cigarette mods and stuff. But these disposable ones really, man, were the ones for me that completely got me to quit smoking. I don't even want to smoke anymore. I don't care. Now, people are going to fuss all the time about these, and I don't know what's in this Chinese crap right here. I don't know, but I do know what was in the stuff that I made back in the day, and it was propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin with food-grade flavorings. Now, you could argue, what does food-grade flavoring do once it's vaporized? I don't know. You could argue that. But as far as anything else, it's exactly what is in a fog machine, guys. A fog machine takes propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin. That's what makes it blow fog. You ever been to a concert? Do you avoid fog machines because you think you're going to get lung cancer? No, you don't worry about it, right? The only difference is this has flavoring added to it. That's it. Think about that shit. Just think about it, okay? Anyway, I think we're going to wrap this up. Oh, Mustang Cologne is really good. I have the red bottle, and I like it. The Mustang Cologne's good. Gucci Pour On, Versace Eros, Hugo Boss. Yeah, David, I want you to venture out a little bit, though. You seem to know all the popular buzzwords. I want you to venture out, man, and try something a little different for me. I want you guys, anybody that's listening to me right now that's interested in cologne, hear me out. I want you to go to a company called Montagna. I don't really know how to say it, but what I will tell you is the cologne's called Pineapple Bonbon. Yeah, I'm giving you guys some shit here. This is, my wife's probably going to be mad. Everybody's going to be mad at me that I've told about this. It's called Pineapple Bonbon. I want you to buy it right now, tonight. Buy it. It's like $40. Go find it. I want you to buy it. When you get it in, I want you to spam my comments on my videos and let me know how that went for you. I want to know the reaction you got, because I'm here to tell you I've never had any cologne ever that gets a reaction that does. That is a 65 fastback rolling into town with a big ass cam and a big blower sticking out the hood. Everybody recognizes it. Everybody sees it. It's going to be talked about. It will get attention. Do y'all understand me? It's called Pineapple Bonbon. I can't believe I just told them that. Seriously, I don't make shit off that. I don't make nothing off of it. I'm just telling you. You guys want to know? Step outside your comfort zone. Get out of the mall. I want y'all out of the mall. Get out of the mall. Pineapple Bonbon is Creed Aventus and Baccarat Rouge 540 mixed together. It'll change your freaking life. It'll change your life. Order it tonight. Y'all tell me whenever you order it and you get it in how badass it is. There's 104 people on here. I'd like to see at least 20 of y'all buy them tonight. Pineapple Bonbon from Montage. It looks like Montage, but it's not. I don't know how to say that shit. It's like French or something. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. And as always,
Thanks for watching.
there we go.